Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome to my channel. If you're new and if you're not, come va? My name is Filcofilms, and today I'm bringing you a much requested part 2 of the Netflix shows that I've been watching in quarantine. Quarantine's over for me. I know a lot of you might still be in it. The first part of this series came out when I was like 11 days into quarantine and I was already complaining about it. Now it just feels like there's a balance. Like I've kind of found myself, I'm enjoying it a little bit. We're technically out of quarantine, but I'm treating it as we're still in quarantine. I'm working from home, not going out that much because it's just not pleasant. You have to wear masks everywhere, so I don't know. Rewatching my last video, I'm like, there's a lot of dark shows on here. I don't know why I enjoy watching really dark shows so much. I'm trying to I'm keeping them because that's what I watch, but there's going to be a bit of a mix in this video because I don't want to have all these shows that are super dark and a lot of you might not like. Before I get into it though, I'm wearing my merch today, which you may or may not have seen already. I talk about it in like every video. I'm so excited about it. But if you do like it, you can check it out. There's a link below, and also look at it. Just look at how nice it is. All the designs are by me. I had to do something during quarantine, so I thought I'd try. But I think it turned out all right. I think it's okay. Anyway, enough of that. Let's jump straight into it. The first show. Now, when I was talking about being dark, not too dark, this is what I'm talking about. It's called Dead to Me. It is dark, but in itself, it's a comedy show. It's funny, it's hilarious. Season 2 just came out during quarantine, actually. Perfect timing. I loved season 1 so much. When I saw season 2 on Netflix, I was like, yes. And honestly, it did not disappoint. A lot of shows, you watch season 1, you get into season 2, they lose their momentum. Season 2 of this show is just as good, if not better than season 1. Again, hilarious show, dark storyline, right up my alley. It's basically about this woman who has a couple of kids and her husband gets killed in a car accident. Don't leave yet, please. I swear it gets better. She goes to therapy because she needs to find a way to get over it, but she just doesn't believe in that stuff. So she's trying everything she can. And she meets this lady over there that becomes like her best friend. They get really close. The show then throws this massive twist at you, and you need to watch it. I don't want to spoil it for you. Try it, just at least the first couple of episodes. You will thank me later. Another show that I've been watching also has Linda Cardellini in it. She's such a good actress because when you have those actors, actresses that you watch in a different show to the one that you previously knew them for, and you keep seeing flashbacks of their original character in this new show. I hate it when that happens. And as soon as I saw that she was starring in this Bloodline show, did I give the title already before? It's called Bloodline. As soon as I saw that she was starring in Bloodline, I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna see so much of that funny character from the previous show. I'm not gonna be able to disconnect. That wasn't the case at all. She's such a good actress. You just completely separate the two. Anyway, Bloodline, another great show, not just because of her, it's just fantastic plot. It's very original, I think. I haven't seen a lot of storylines like this. Essentially, it's about a very well-off, rich family in Florida, and they seem like your perfect, stereotypical family, picture-perfect family, a lot of siblings. The problem is that there was a lot of issues in the kids' childhood, and all of this, I don't want to say trauma, but a lot of these issues come back and haunt them now. So it kind of sends you down this spiral of one problem leads to the next, and it's just chaos after chaos after chaos. There's drugs involved, there's a bit of violence involved. It's a really good show. It gets very dark very quickly. That's probably why I like it. Everyone seems to be out to get everyone. I don't know. It's just a very cool show, so I would definitely recommend it. And it's not one of those easy watches, but it's worth it. Now, this next show is called The Sinner. I really wanted to mention this show in my previous video, but I had so much dark shit on there that I didn't want to bring this one in as well. This is probably the darkest show that I have in this list specifically. Then we're going to start getting a bit lighter. But it is amazing. This is the only show on this list that I've had to watch episodes back to back to back because it leaves you with such cliffhangers that you can't be like, okay, I'll watch the next one tomorrow. You have to keep watching it. And I hate and love shows like that at the same time. Now, each season kind of follows a different storyline on this show, except some of the characters do stay the same and they play the same characters throughout. It's not like American Horror Story. I'm still halfway through season 3, so I haven't finished this one yet, but I can still recommend it because season 1, season 2 were amazing. They're all set in the same town. It's Dorchester, New York. Small town, but a lot of crap seems to go down in this place. If you're not into watching stuff about drugs, violence, abuse, rape, like it's got all of that in there. So maybe stay away from this one. But if that doesn't bother you too much, it's definitely worth a watch. So well filmed, well scripted, great cliffhangers as I mentioned, and it's just throws you twists all the time. So 10 out of 10 from me. Okay, let's start talking about some slightly lighter stuff. This one is called Elite, and it was actually suggested by one of you guys in the comments of my last video. I love taking suggestions from you guys, so if you have any more, leave them in the comments, because I do pick up shows like this. Netflix is overwhelming sometimes. There's so much stuff to choose from. Elite sparked my attention because it's a Spanish show, and I don't watch a lot of Spanish shows, so I was like, let's give it a try. It's got actors from Casa del Papel, and the best way I can describe it is it's a really well done high school teen drama series. Okay, maybe I'm not selling it that well. What I love about this show is that it addresses so many different social issues, like all in one. It tackles religion, socioeconomic status, homosexuality, physical and mental health. There's just so many things that this show tackles, and it just shows you the environment that kids in school live through when they're going through these issues. It's actually a very mature show for being like a teen drama series if you think about it like that. I was just kind of amazed at how well it did it. The storyline is really easy to follow. It's kind of addictive. Like, it was another one that there were some episodes where I'm like, I really want to watch the next one. And it's probably the show on this list that has the best character development. Honestly, the characters from the first episodes all the way to the last, they just grow so much and you get very attached to them. I think that's quite classic with these kinds of shows though. Oh yeah, and also it's dark. Oh god. It is dark because it involves murders. You know what it's like? I actually have never seen this show, but the way it's been described is like, oh my god, now I don't even remember it. Is it Pretty Little Liars, the one with the murder? Well, I mean, I can't even say it reminds me of that show because I've never watched it. I don't remember the name of it. That was a flop. It's a good show. It does involve, it is like solving murder mysteries, but it's not at all basically about murder mysteries. Okay, I've got to move on now to Stranger Things. How have I not talked about this show in my first video? I'm not running out of shows, I promise. This is such a cliche, but it is genuinely an awesome show. It's not even something I'm recommending to you because if you haven't watched it already, I'm judging you. I do just want to talk about it because I need to do it justice. It is absolutely one of my favorite shows of all time. And actually in London, we had an event set up by the Secret Cinema something Society Club, I don't remember what it was, where they built like a Starcourt mall and you could buy tickets for, it was really expensive. It was like £50 and you could stand outside this mall and take pictures. I don't know what else happened. I didn't go, but it looked it wasn't worth it. It was still cool though. Anyway, the storyline is like suburban America, middle of the Cold War, 1980s. There's a group of kids, they're going about their business, and a lab in the town is like testing secretly weapons like they used to do at the time, I guess. How loud can these seagulls get? Anyway, they discover something like while they're researching these weapons that's really messed up, and it messes up the town and the kids, and it's like one kid disappears and then he comes back but he's not the same. It's cool, it's a good show, and it's just so nostalgic. Like, it's set in the 80s, the music used, the colors, the effects, just everything about it is art. It's art. It's a great show. Good comedy, also somewhat dark, I guess. Like, I mean, if you have a show that isn't dark in some way, leave it in the comments below because I can't seem to find any. All right, now my last show that I'm going to put on this list is called American Crime Story. We talked about American Horror Story in the previous video. In this video, American Crime Story is actually produced by two of the same guys, so it's very much got a similar feel in the sense that each season is its own mini-series. The first season, I must admit, I didn't watch. It is about O.J. Simpson, the murder trial of O.J. Simpson, yes. And that's because I wrote a whole essay about that in uni, and I wasn't about to go back. I knew the story. The second season I did watch, and it's about the murder and assassination of Gianni Versace. That was a story that was new to me, and okay, it was so well done, really great. Feels like, it doesn't feel like a documentary. It feels like any old fiction show that you would watch, but obviously it's based completely on a true story. The only thing that I don't like that these shows do is that they tell you it's about the assassination of Gianni Versace, when in reality it's about the lead-up / life of Andrew Cunanan, who was the guy that murdered Gianni Versace, which I didn't mind because it was a great show anyway, but I wasn't expecting that from the title. details. It's a great show. Watch it anyway. The actors are fantastic. The show is well filmed, well written, well done, suspenseful. Again, it feels like a fiction show. It's not in that documentary format, but it is a true story. So, I mean, what's not to like? Again, do I even have to mention it's dark? It's about an assassination. Like, yeah, I need help. I need help. That's all the shows I've got for you today, guys. Like, if you want another part of this, let me know. I've got so many more I watch. I need to get a life. When I'm not watching Netflix shows, you can catch me on YouTube. I post every single Sunday. You can also follow me on social media. I've got Instagram and Twitter. Check out my merch, obviously. The link is down below. Leave me a like if you enjoyed this video and if you've got some shows that you think you're gonna watch. And please leave a comment giving me some suggestions for some less dark shows, because I need to stop with this trend. This isn't me, I promise. Subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell icon to be notified every single time I post a video. My name is filcofilms, and I will catch you next week. Ciao.